Hi everyone. This is Twin Flame 1111 Talk, and it's about telling our story, how we met, and our journey. I want to hear from you also on your journey. So in the comments, please let me know all about your journey. I knew at a young age that I always wanted to be a twin. Oh my gosh, it was like, I want to be a twin. But not this type of twin. I wanted to be an identical twin. I had this cousin, and we looked so much alike. And she was younger than me. So I would just tell people, this is my twin. Up until we were in our 20s, she never really did it, but I did. It was just drawn to twins. That was my thing. And even today, I just love seeing identical twins. It just like blows me away that it just does. So twins blew me away. So that was probably, now that I know all of this, that was probably a trigger. And then another trigger. I had a school teacher in elementary, and this stuck with me. She said to the class, she says, whatever you do in life, do to the best of your ability, even if you're a janitor. And that amazed me because that for some reason I just couldn't let that go. And come to find out that I worked in the bank as a manager. And when I moved to the United States, I ended up in a hospital as a janitor. Well, really a housekeeper. So we're going to get on to that soon also. Growing up, I always knew dreams. I understood dreams. I knew the meaning of dreams. But my family never was spiritual. We just had a religion. And I remember reading the Bible from front to back, and a few times too. And something was missing. Some things in it was just not adding up to me. I was like, something ain't right here. So as I'm going along my journey, right, let's talk about the guys that I met. Okay, first boyfriend, very first boyfriend, abusive. I stayed with him for years. Your feelings go up and down, up and down. You don't know if you're going or coming. And I was like so confused. Like, is this love? Like violence? Like, no, that is not love. So I was like, I didn't tell anybody because I was embarrassed, number one. He wanted me to not be around anybody. So, I didn't understand at the time. I was young. So I finally got to a point, we had a son, and I got to the point I was so tired of him even calling me, more or less be around me. So eventually my sister helped me to get through that. Still wounded soul. So I just went on. So I went on to another guy. And he had a girl, and he didn't want to leave her, so I was like, okay, I got to get out of this. So I ended up getting out of that. I did meet my husband where I'm from, and I met him, and it was like, oh my gosh, look at this. I like him. I really do like him. He weren't abusive or anything like that. And I really did like him. Come to find out, he was just to be in my life. We have a child. He was to be in my life to guide me, because he was being divinely guided for me to be in the hospital where I became a housekeeper. And at the time, I didn't understand that because he did leave me. And I was like, no, I really like this one. I really do. And I waited for him. He left me for a female, but they didn't end up being together. But, he had to leave, and I had to understand that. And I'm still friends with everybody. I don't believe in not being friends with people. I just don't let people people now know that they can't do all that negative stuff to me anymore. That's they could get. Don't even think about it. So that was that was some experiences. But while I was waiting for my husband, some strange things happened. I remember being in my room, just, my heart was so wanting to be with him. And I was just laying on my bed. I know I was 100% up. Even now, I'm like, I know I was up. And right above me, this light, and not the light from the ceiling either, but a different light just came over me. And I'm like, wow, what is this? But the energy that was coming from that light was the strongest love I ever encountered. I mean, it was strong. It was so strong. You know, like how you love a baby? It was stronger than that. It was phenomenal. I was like, wow. Come to find out, that's higher self, twin flame energy. I didn't understand it at the time, but it was really strong. And so that was one experience. I just put it down like, okay, anybody around here pranking me? Nobody. So another time I was walking into my room and I saw a vision of a person, a guy. Now that I look at it, now that I remember it, because it was actually my twins thing. So I'm looking and I'm like, is that somebody in my room? I know. How in heaven's name they got in there? I turned around. It wasn't nothing to be afraid of. I turned around and it was gone. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to move out of this house, because at the time I didn't understand it. So it was like, it were nothing scary, but it's just like, this is my first time experiencing these things. So stick with me, because I'm going to tell you some other stories about his visiting me in other videos and how we all came together on all of that. So that's it for now. Oh, no, that's not it for now, because let me just tell you about, so as I was waiting for this husband of mine, I was working in the hospital as a housekeeper. There you go back to what the school teacher told me about. The best job is to be a janitor, be the best even if you're a janitor. Well, I'm now a housekeeper. Just did it because, we had lost some of our business and stuff like that. So I said, I'll just take the first thing smoking. So I went and did that. And we had to have our our meeting for everybody before we start, and we was having this new director. And he walked in and I was like, hold on a minute now. Hold on, because this one here is looking kind of like somebody I need to get to know. Now, before I got to that point, I had a dream about him maybe 4 months before. And he was standing with a family. And I saw the picture in my dream so vivid. It's unbelievable. I still remember it. So he met me. I met him. He was pulled to me and I was pulled to him. We didn't understand it. At that point, we didn't understand what I know now. And he's got a couple of ideas too. So I will continue with some more of this journey in some more videos. But if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And please leave a comment on your journey. And also, if you have dreams you want explained, send me an email, which is in my channel. Have a great, blessed day.